The following presentation of the Montyman's Meditorials is brought to you by Kurt and Debbie Palmer, Roger McDermott and KHLT Recovery Broadcasting. To subscribe to this as well as any of our recovery shows, visit our website at take12radio.com. And now, here's the Montyman with this week's Meditorial.
Well, greetings, my friends. Welcome to this episode of the Montyman's Meditorial. This one I've entitled, Have We Lost Our Integrity? Well, reading from Ephesians chapter 4, verse 25, it says, Putting away lying to one another, we should speak the truth to our neighbor, for we are, after all, members of one another. Wow. Boy, I'll tell you, when I am not honest with you, I'm actually lying to myself. Here's the problem, though. We do need more integrity. That is true, but we say that, but how exactly do we accomplish the building of one's moral structure? Well, I would suggest that without the proper guidance, mentorship, and discipleship, our attempt at building any kind of structure will be met with failure and folly. For when we attempt to construct a better way on our own, we are often left, well, on our own. And that's when we get into trouble. We begin to compromise, strategize, and patronize. We become egotistical and self-righteous and soon find ourselves alienating those who have sought to help us. So, what's our first step in resetting our moral compass to head true north? Well, it begins with the admission of our dilemma, the humbling of ourselves, and the willingness to admit that left to our own devices, we can do no right thing. Once we've done that, we have taken the first step in our recovery from the bondage of self-delusion. It's simple, really. We can't fix what we don't acknowledge. Well, next, we must come to believe that there is hope, that there is a solution, and it doesn't come from the ways of man. It comes from the ways of providence, the divine, God. Being willing to turn ourselves and all that is our world over to the care and direction of God, we launch forth on a new direction. We have a new footing, and we can begin our journey of making right the wrongs. Does all of this sound familiar? Well, if you're a member of a recovery community, it should sound familiar. These are the first 3 steps in the 12-step process thousands of men and women have applied and implemented in their lives and who are now living free and in a state of recovered from a seemingly hopeless state of mind and body. Wow. Of course, the journey has only begun with these first 3 steps. There is much work to be done, and we are never instructed to go it alone. Well, having said all that, just where do we find our new friend that can help us in this oftentimes daunting task of redirection? Well, there are several places to acquire such help. Church, synagogue, the rooms of the 12-steppers, even the internet offers thousands of resources to help you change course and recover your true self. Here's a resource. Visit our website at take12radio.com and click on the Came to Believe Recovery banner. Recently, we have partnered with Came to Believe Recovery to bring you guidance, direction, and support. And while you're on the website, check out our hundreds of recovery radio and podcast shows on all major podcasting platforms that are listed there. That's take12radio.com on your internet dial. Building integrity? Well, we can't do it alone. We need each other. So let's band together, let's move in a different direction, and let's help each other up when we stumble. Until our next broadcast, this is the Montyman, and I am wishing God's perfect serenity for you.
This has been a broadcast of KHLT Recovery Broadcasting and the Take 12 Recovery radio shows.